Good morning, welcome to this video in which we are going to talk about if, else and else, which are control structures in Python. So let's begin this video by creating a new Python file, create a text file and just rename to.py and just search for id elif, open it, and then open up the file, right arrow, left arrow. We have our Python file. So what we'll do in this video, we are going to learn about if else. So what is it? It's just a in which. So for example, there is a building for vote. Now it's a local voting for normal, but the requirement for this voting is that if there's a security guard here, he asks every person entering in this voting building that if his age is less than 16 or not. This guard asks everyone coming for voting what is his age. So this guard asks, and if it satisfies the condition, the guard lets the person in. What are the conditions for this voting thing? Is if the age is less than 16, then allow. Otherwise, don't allow. If the age is less than 16, then allow, and if the age is anything else, just don't allow the person. So this person enters, the guard asks his age, and the person tells his age, and then he satisfies this condition. The guard will let the person inside this building. So we can build this thing in Python. Now we can, rather than a guard standing there, we can create a program which asks the person if his age is less than something like that. So in that case, we can use if else state. So what we'll do, we'll start our program by creating a variable named age, and then we'll take input from the user, prompting enter your age. Okay, and as the person is entering age, we have already discussed about numbers and strings, so I'm gonna convert this thing into an integer. Okay, cool. Now what I'll do, if the person is allowed, if the person is less than 16 years of age, he'll be permitted, otherwise not. So that's why we use if else state. It looks something like this: if age is less than 16, then do something, else do something. Now what is this do something? This print output that open the gate, else print. Simple. So I hope you are able to understand the logic behind if and else statement. If this condition is true, this thing will be executed, and if it is false, this thing will be executed, and afterwards program close. At the end, done will be executed. Okay, let's try and run this code. It's asking for enter your age, so I'll enter 25. Don't open the gate, and the program is done. So what got executed? This one. Now let's run this program again and enter an age which is less than 6. Open the gate. So this thing got executed. So these are control structures in which you are controlling the flow of the program. Also, there exists one more thing which is really important to know, is that there's another thing. Okay. For example, what we want to do, for example, we want to build a traffic signal in which 3 colors are involved: red, green, red, yellow, and green. Red, yellow, and green. Okay. If the traffic signal indicator is red, we just want to do something. We want to print stop. And if the traffic signal color is yellow, we want to print warn. And the traffic signal is green, we want to tell go. Okay, if you want to build something like this, what I can do, let's build it together. Okay, first of all, I'll clear this program, and then I'll take an input signal. I'll take an input in which I'll prompt enter the color. Now, as I told, color is a string. It's not an integer. Okay, that's why I'm not going to convert input into integer. So let's now work on our code. So if I have to check if signal double equals to red, I want to do something. If. So this is another thing. We'll talk about it. If signal double equals yellow, we want to do something, and else we want to do something. So now what will be the flow of this program? So first it will be checking if the signal is red. If it is red, then this code will be executed and the code will be stopped. If this condition is false, if signal is not red, it will check for this condition, if signal is yellow or not. If signal is yellow, we'll print warn. Else, if this is also false, we'll check. What we'll do, we'll check. Again, we can check if signal is green. If it is so, we just have to print go. Or else, if signal is something else rather than this, what we want to do, print crash. Okay. Let's run this code and try to understand. So I'll type something else, for example like this. If I press enter, it can crash. So program started from here. This got executed, this thing, and it checked for if signal is red or not. It was not. So this condition became false, and then it checked for this condition, again false, and at the end it does something like this. Now let's rerun this program with a different input. I'll type green, so it outputted go. This one. So this was about if-else statement. I hope you are able to understand what I'm trying to say. You can do whatever you want in this, not only one line, but multiple lines. Or also you can assign a variable. You can do whatever you want in this block of code. It will get executed. So this is how if-else works. Also, one more thing I want to show you, which is this. Now, what will be the output? True is equal to true. Let's run this model. We can say true. Now this thing is say equal for this also. 5 is equal to 5. That's why true. If we ask the program is 5 is equal to 6, we get false. Same for strings also. If we do something like this, it will be true. If we do something like this, it will be false. Also for this string. Okay. Also, we can also do one thing, which is true and true. Now what do you think? What will be the output? As I told in your previous video, it will be true because there is an AND operator. If you want to know about it more, you can just visit my previous video. If there is false, you'll get an false here because this is how AND operator works. False. And if there was OR operator and there was any single true, it will output true. You can try and test this code. Now let's move on to a more complex if-else statement. So for example, we have three variables x, y, and z, and we want to check in our program. For example, we took input from the user, and I want to check now. So what I can do, if x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 5 and z is equal to 5, what we want to do? Everything is good. We want to print good. Okay, and it's not necessary that every if statement should have an else statement. If we don't have any else statement, the program will run this code and it will go here. Let's see. So good is printed. Why good is printed? Because everything is true. This condition is true, this statement is true, this statement is also true. If I put anything else, then nothing gets printed. Why nothing gets printed? Because there is no else statement. What I'll do? I'll type an else statement. So we get bad. If I change this also, we get bad. If I change this, we will now also get bad because this condition is not getting satisfied. Okay, and if there was or statement, we can have multiple statements of or, if, like this. Okay, you can also have if statement or inside of if statement. Let's work on this code. Now, as you can see, all the three variables are 6. What I'll do, I'll change this to 6. Now you can see all the statements are false except for this, because this is true. Y is 6. Only one statement, and we are using OR operator. That's why this code will be executed. You can see good. Also, I want to tell you about you can have multiple if statements inside of an if statement. If x is equal to 5, I want to check if y is equal to 6. If so, print this. Okay. Now, if x is equal to 5, I want to print x is equal to 5. Now, what do you think? What will get executed? Bad. Why? Because all the variables are 6, and this statement becomes false. This is false now. Why this is false? Because we are checking if x is equal to 5, but x is equal to 6. If I change this to this, now this will get executed. This will become true, and this will get executed, And again it will check if y is equal to 6. If so, it will print this. Let's see what's the output. We get these two outputs, which is this. And if I change y to 7, only this thing executed and this thing become false. At the end, it's checking for if this is true or not. If I type true here, so no matter what, this statement will get executed because I've already hard coded the value of true in this statement. Let me run this. As you can see, this is running because I hard coded this true value. We don't have to hard code every time, but we have to check for any conditions. So this is, and also you make sure you use double quotation. Now also, one more thing that I want to tell you in this video before it's too long. It's already 15 minutes. There's also an operator called not operator in many not operator, which look like if this condition, what I'll do, I'll have a simple if else statement, and if x is equal to 5, I want to print this. But what I want to reverse this, there's also one more operator which is named as not operator. Now what do you think, what will happen? This code will get executed only if x is not equal to 5. Not equal to 5. Let's run this and see the output. Bad. We get bad. Because x is equal to 5. Now what if I change it? We get this thing. Why? Because we are using not operator. What does not operator do? If the value is true, it makes it false. Okay, and if it's false, it makes it true. It's simple to understand. Like, if I remove this, it's gonna check if x is equal to 5, we are gonna print it. What I'll do, I'll remove this thing. See, as you can see, no output because x is equal to 6. But if I add not in front of it and try to run it, then I get this output. Why? Because x is not equal. I'm telling the program to execute this condition only when x is not equal to 5. Okay. Hope so you are able to understand. If you have any confusion or any doubts, you can just comment it down and I'll try my best to solve it and try to find good examples also. So here I end this video. Now what you have to do, you just have to practice, practice and practice. You just have to code. Whatever I taught you till now, you just have to code again and again. You use your mind and try to create a program, different programs. In the next video, we are going to talk about loops and only about loops. So thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. If you have any doubt, you just have to comment it down. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.